Hello. So I think we're live. Yeah, good. Hopefully the connection should be a bit more stable this week. I've plugged into the wall rather than going through the air, so that should keep some issues at bay. Um, yeah, we should have a pitch around this week as well if the graphics hold up. Yeah. Also, if any of you want to tweet, you can tweet with the hashtag Windsor Quiz, and it will come up on the screen here. You'll see your tweets. So if any of you have Twitter and want to send in a tweet, feel free to do that. We won't start the quiz till 8:30, so it'll just be me vamping for the next, long time. And 20, that's a long time. The next, 25 minutes. So you're going to get bored. Put me on mute, basically. Gone for rum this week instead of gin, so we'll see how far we get with that. So 14 of you so far. It's good. I watched a quiz during the week. Some guy had 135,000 people on his stream. So I'm not jealous. It's fine. Bit frustrating, but no, it's cool. It's fine. I think given how long it took me to mark just the 14 teams we had last week, probably for the best that we don't. Oi, shithead, you'll be fucked before it starts. I haven't had anything to drink yet. I just poured my first one. I'm getting heckled from the cheap seats already. Cool. So there was some. Maybe people can put it in chat whether they want. Some people suggested maybe I should start later than 8, so that people could watch the Queen's speech. Volume. Okay. Yeah. I can fix that. Okay. So hopefully that's better for the volume, or maybe the volume's too high now. Volume good, bad, good, bad. That's great, perfect. Okay, right, Chris. I don't understand John Thomas as a team name. Should I? Cool. Great. Yeah. Okay. So consensus seems to be fuck the Queen, not literally. But yeah. But screw her off. She's not going to say anything interesting. So yeah. Okay. Cool. Deafening. Tash, I'm back. Tash, I can't hear you because you're in Bookham and I'm in Leatherhead. So that's not how this works. Yeah, okay, so I mean, this is going to be quite boring for the next 15, 20 minutes or so. I just wanted to give people time to get on the stream, but maybe I've started it a bit too early. Last week we had so many technical issues, so I thought I'd get in sharpish, but now we're just going to have to wait around for a bit. So, yeah, let's go make drinks, grab yourself some food. I'll just be sitting here for a while. And yeah, like I said before, some people went on earlier on. If you want to get involved and you want to tweet, if you tweet with the hashtag Windsor Quiz, it will come up here, and people watching the stream will be able to see your lovely messages. So hashtag Windsor Quiz, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. As always, bit.ly/Windsor Quiz. Pull up your answer sheets. Yeah. Someone suggested that maybe I put the Queen in the top left, but was that top right? That's top left. My right, your left. Oh, there's always a delivery when I start these live streams. Sorry, someone else is getting it. Yeah, I'm not going to put the Queen. I'm not going to bet the Queen on the stream. Cool. I also have new lighting this week, so hopefully the shadows will disappear and it will look a lot better. Yeah, cool. So like I said, yeah, just put me on mute for the next 15 minutes. I'm not really going to be talking about anything interesting. Yeah, so we should have, there's a pitch around, as like I said, this week. That'll happen. And there's also, every question this week will be on screen as well. So if you can't hear me or if the stream cuts in and out, you'll be able to read the questions as well. So that should make things a little bit easier for everyone. Thanks, Helen. I like this too. It's actually pink, not red. I don't know if it's not coming off very well. But yeah, it's a nice, nice hoodie. I enjoy it. Someone just told me I look 20 years younger. Okay, well, so someone's just done a tweet, but it hasn't come up. Okay, why hasn't that come up? That's interesting. Let me work that one out. Hang on, let me do this. Someone got me worried that it wasn't working. Lomas, there's no the. It's just hashtag Windsor Quiz if you want your tweet to appear here. Don't put the. So, I was like, oh, why isn't that working? Cool. Yeah, so about 15 minutes we'll get started. There'll be 5 rounds tonight, 4 question rounds, and your picture round. Yeah, 50 questions in total. Yeah, should be fun. Last week we had a tie. It was, I think it was the Coprolites and Fellatio Nelson tied last week for first place. I think the quiz might be a little bit easier this week, hopefully. There were some hard questions last week, so I've tried to pitch it for the audience. I'm not saying you're all dumb, but some of your answers last week were questionable. Should read the news. I could, be a little newsreader. Be great. I also thought I'd go a bit more learned this week, and put books behind me. There we go. Tweet on screen there from Lomas. Look at that, isn't that clever? Tweets. Oh, tweets. The only problem is it just stays there. Like, it doesn't disappear. So, unless it's like a scrolling, I don't know. So, I think that might just be their all quiz now. We need lots of you to start tweeting to push these up. But, there we go. I need to move this way now. No, this way. That's it. There we go. That way. Good. Yeah, books. So, they make me look a bit more, I don't know. Whatever they make me look. There's 18 of us so far. I think next week now it's looking like things are a bit smoother. We'll start a bit closer to the actual event next week. This was just to give me time and people time if they were struggling to get onto the stream or whatever, but it seems like everyone's found their way here pretty quick, and it seems like things are going okay. Is the stream a bit better this week than it was last week? Is it staying in, not cutting out too much? We get a thumbs up. Oh, there we go. Memes. We're being tweeted memes. Yeah, so just give me some feedback on the quality of the stream. Is it better this week than last week? Is everything is it a bit more stable? I know last week it cut in and out quite a lot. People missed a lot of the questions. Cool, good feedback from everyone there. More titles by Jeremy Clarkson. I don't think I own a single book written by anyone from Top Gear. I've got a lot of quiz books. That seems to be the majority of what I have. This actually isn't obviously all of my books. Oh, who's just tweeted Austin Powers? That's just mean. It's very mean. I think now though I can do this. Haha. Can make it come and go. So if you tweet anything too offensive, I can just turn it off. Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye is one of my favourite books. Does that make me a serial killer? I don't know. There's probably a disproportionate level of people that like that book and go on to murder people. I was told last week my mum, who I think is currently watching the stream, she couldn't watch last week because you were all encouraging me to get drunk. She didn't like it very much. I dread to think what she would think if she came to a regular Sunday pub quiz at the Windsor Castle. But cool. So yeah, about 10 minutes we'll get going. I think everyone's probably here, but just because I said 8, and there might be some people who are planning on joining at the last minute. So yeah, we'll give it another 10 minutes before we start. Oh, I've just realised something. I need to get the questions. How am I going to do the questions? I forgot about the most important part. I put them on there, but that's over there, and I'm here. I might have to close the chat when I'm asking the questions. Oh no, actually I can do... No, I can do this. I can do this. I can read the chat and the questions at the same time. We're fine. I'm a professional. So remember, everyone, to go to bit.ly/Windsor quiz. You want to put in your team name in the first box and then click next, and then you'll get your slot for your first 10 questions. This week the questions are going to appear on screen, and along with the questions, there'll be a question number, and they'll match the numbers on your sheets. That's question 1 to 50. Last week I was doing 1 to 10 each round, and it got a bit confusing for people filling in. So yeah, so this week they're all numbered properly. Yeah, so I'm not happy with this picture of Austin Powers just next to me this whole time. Can someone tweet something else, please, so that disappears? Oh, did I kill the plant from last week? No, it's a plant that belongs to one of my housemates, and it was up in his room. So I decided to put a lamp instead of the plant. But thanks for asking. Thanks for caring about my plants. Everyone loves a horticulturalist. Big word. Won't be saying that after a few more of these rums. Ollie, you need to stop tweeting mean things at me, or I'm gonna ban you from playing. Nem. Dom's in the room. There we go. Welcome, Dom. So yeah, the rounds tonight, we've got a round on geography. We have a general knowledge round, which is connections based, same as last week. We have a round on food and drink, and another round. Oh, and then a general knowledge round where every answer is happy or sad. Every question or answer contains the words happy or sad. So yeah, so there are rounds, and then the picture round, which is famous faces. So you're going to see 10 famous faces on the screen. They'll be on this window. You have to name them. Yeah, so yeah, just give it a few more minutes, and then we'll get going. Hopefully, no one's told me if the stream is better in the comments this week, but I'm assuming because no one's complaining about it, it must be. Relatively consistent, not dropping out too much. hopefully. And obviously we should have graphics and whatnot this week, which we were missing last week. So there we go. Stream is much better. There we go. Good. Yeah, I brought a wired connection, and I've done some stuff with the video this week. So the stream itself is a bit lower quality, but should be more consistent. So hopefully that works. Got a big bay of buttons here, which you might not be able to see, and all these buttons control. You can't see them, but they control the whole stream. What gin do I have tonight? I don't actually have gin tonight. I have rum. Lamb's Navy rum. I call it old man rum. I'm going to try and drink it more slowly this week so that my mum doesn't have an aneurysm. But, yeah. Drink it with a little bit of Coke. Coke Zero. And, yeah. It's good. It's a good drink. I find the gin and Fanta Lemon that I was drinking last week, it's too easy to drink. It's like an alco pop, but it's like 40%. So this is a bit harder to drink. It hits you a bit more in the face when you drink it. So hopefully I'll drink it a bit slower this week, and by the end of the stream we'll still be sitting upright. Put this on the table. People want to be able to see what I'm drinking. We'll put it next to the. Is that so? If I put it on the table though, you're all going to be able to watch the level as it goes down and see how much I pour. Which I'm not sure how I feel about, but hey ho. We'll we'll see. What are you drinking this week, Tash? Wine? What's everyone drinking at home? Is anyone else drinking along with me at home? Put in chat or send me a tweet. Tell me what you're drinking at home. And also tell me which teams we've got playing. I can see we've got 25 of you on the stream. I don't know which teams that is. Obviously I know a few people. Old fashioned. Nice. That's a classy drink. That's much classier than I'm rocking, which is my rum and coke. Beefsteak red. Is that a beefsteak and red wine, or are you drinking like a red wine called beefsteak? Second bottle. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay then, just a couple more minutes, a few more people joining the stream. I can see the numbers ticking up slowly, so we'll just give it another couple of minutes before we start our first round. Just gonna make sure we've got the questions. Great. The Windsor Castle pub. My mum's just told everyone that she's drinking on the hard stuff. She's drinking. That either means she's drinking water or she's drinking prosecco. I don't know which one. I'm joining from sunny Selsey. The Windsor Castle is a lovely little country pub in Bookham. Some king, was it Henry VIII? Used to go there on his hunting parties when he was. I can't see what that. Yeah, he used to go there on his hunting parties as he was passing through. It's a lovely, lovely pub. Nice, I can see a few of you have got me on your televisions, which is nice, fulfilling my dream of being on TV. It's great. Okay, so we'll get started now, I guess, with the quiz. And if this works, this is my first real test. Henry the Seventh. Does that say seventh? Is there 3 there? I can't read. Anyway, yeah. So it's a great little pub. If you're ever in the area, don't order the food, but the drinks are great. All right, let's get going with round 1. If I've done that correctly. Look at that. We've got graphics and everything. Isn't that great? Oh, good. Looks like my dad's here as well. So this round 1 is connections round. I'm going to ask you 10 general knowledge questions. They're going to come up on the screen. The answer to question 10 will be what's the connection between the previous 9 answers. Okay? So, question 1. Is that... Yep. In the novel Horton Hears a Who by Dr. Seuss, what type of animal is Horton? That's in the novel Horton Hears a Who by Dr. Seuss. What type of animal is Horton? Question 2. What battle is depicted on the Bayeux Tapestry? That's what battle is depicted on the Bayeux Tapestry. Question 3. What was the title of the only UK top 40 hit single by Boston? That's what was the title of the only UK top 40 hit single by Boston? And remember again, you're looking for a connection between these answers. So the moment you find it, it might help you answer later questions. Question 10 will be what's the connection between these previous 9 answers? Question 4. In which European city would you find the headquarters of FIFA? That's in which European city would you find the headquarters of FIFA? Ah, Danny's in the room. Hey, Danny. I assume you're with Maureen and maybe your housemates. Good, good. Welcome. Question 5. Which author created the character of Winnie the Pooh? That's which author created the character of Winnie the Pooh? You do surprise me, Tash. Pissed already. I am shocked. I would never have expected it from you. Question 6. Who played Kevin's mother in the 2011 film We Need to Talk About Kevin? That's who played Kevin's mother in the 2011 film We Need to Talk About Kevin. Question 7. Swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis is a line from which hit single? That's swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis is a line from which hit single? So once again, connection between all of these answers. If anyone's joining slightly late and you've missed the first few, just let me know in the comments at the end of this round what ones you want repeating, and I can repeat some of them. But otherwise, we'll crack on. Question 8. What word goes before "of the fleet" to give the highest rank in the Royal Navy? That's what word goes before "of the fleet" to give the highest rank in the Royal Navy? Yeah, but Tash, if you've got me on mute, that means that you can't hear all of my lovely jokes and me taking the piss out of you, which I do quite a lot. But obviously I must be on mute, so you're not going to hear that. But everyone else is going to hear it. So, but yeah, no, the questions being on screen, it's helpful if the stream cuts out. I know last week I was coming in at the end of random questions and all sorts of stuff, and I think people found it quite difficult. So we've got lovely graphics in my favourite colour combination, orange and black. Absolutely love orange and black as a colour combo. So that's something you might not have known about me. There we go. Question 9. Which famous person in history was portrayed by Timothy Spall at the closing ceremony of the 2012 Summer Olympics? That's which famous person in history was portrayed by Timothy Spall at the closing ceremony of the 2012 Summer Olympics? And we'll go straight on to question 10, which is what's the connection between the previous 9 answers? So what's the connection between the previous 9 answers? Oh, the graphics are screwed up on the right there. There's a gap. Damn it. That won't be there next week. I can assure you. It's not yellow, it's orange. It's quite clearly orange. Your TV needs adjusting if you think that's yellow. Okay, so as someone said 7. Is that they want to repeat a question 7? Is that what I'm assuming has been asked for there? Great. So question 7 was swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis is a line from which hit single? So any more repeats there, please? Anyone? Please? I don't know why I said please. It's because I read the word please as I said that. Any more repeats for anyone? There's a connection between those answers. It's actually not that easy, the connection. I'm sure some of you have got it, but it was took me a moment when I first read these. Okay, I'll give you burnt yellow. But it's orange. In fact, it's the exact orange of the Ford Focus Sport that they released in orange. It's the exact same colour, which is my favourite colour. The connection was easy. Ping and the whip. Okay, fine. I'm obviously moving slowly today, Hannah. Okay, so that was round 1. We'll pull back up the Twitter feed. This is almost like I'm a professional, this isn't it, with the graphics moving all around. It's clever. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I will. Great. So we'll have a break at the end of probably round 3. My mother said it's tangerine. I don't know what colour it is. It's orange. It's orange, okay? It's an orange colour. Let's just say that. Papaya. Ah, it's good. It's a good reference. Papaya orange. Okay. So if everyone's done that, hit submit on your answers. We'll go through to round 2. Yes, phase in and out. It's clever. It's just, I mean, the software does a lot of it for me. I didn't do much. But round 2 is going to be your geography round. So your geography round now. So 10 questions, all about geography. So, question 11. Referring to a type of protected region of countryside in England, Wales and Northern Ireland, of which 46 exist, what do the letters stand for in AONB? That's referring to a type of protected region of countryside in England, Wales and Northern Ireland, of which 46 exist. What do the letters ANOB stand for? That's what do those stand for? Yeah. Oh, I love you too, Dom. Thank you. Question 12. What are the two official languages of Cyprus? That's what are the two official languages of Cyprus? When I go to the next page to ask the questions, I lose the chat. So I have to keep jumping back, but not many people are chatting anyway, so it's fine. It's all good. Question 13. The Great Barrier Reef is located off the coast of which Australian... The Great Barrier Reef is located off the coast of which Australian state? Another fun game to play might be to try and work out all the spelling mistakes I've got in the questions as they come on screen. I'm sure there's tons. I did check it 3 or 4 times because I knew that some eagle-eyed viewers would, all 33 of you, some eagle-eyed viewers would spot out. Well, Tash has told me I need to make myself another drink, so... It's only a double, it's a thin glass, it looks more than a double, but it's not. See? It's fine. Thin glasses always make it look like you're drinking bigger drinks than you are. Oh, good. Rescued that. Okay. Question 14. Greenland is a territory of which European country? That's Greenland is a territory of which European country? If the Queen has declared war while she's been speaking on some country, can someone just put it in chat so those of us that aren't watching can find out? I don't know. I assume that's what Queens do, declare war on countries. I don't know. Question 15. Which city's cathedral has the tallest church spire in the UK, the best surviving original copy of the Magna Carta, and a clock that is reputed to be the oldest working clock in the world? That's which city's cathedral has the tallest church spire in the UK, the best surviving original copy of the Magna Carta, and a clock that is reputed to be the oldest working clock in the world? She said we're invading Scotland. I don't imagine that'll be much of a fight. Sorry to any Scots in the room. Although they do technically have all of our nuclear arsenal, so I guess if they hijacked those and hacked the launch codes, we might be in a bit of trouble. But question 16. La Scala, one of the most famous opera houses in the world, is in which city? That's La Scala, one of the most famous opera houses in the world, is in which city? Question 17. Iguazu Falls, the largest waterfall system in the world, is located on the border of which two countries? That's Iguazu Falls, the largest waterfall system in the world, is located on the border of which two countries? Tash, Adrian messaged me earlier on today about how to get onto the quiz, and I gave him answers. I don't know if he's on the stream. Obviously, I hope he is. But yeah, I don't know if he's here with us or not. Adrian, if you are, give us a message in the comments. But yeah, I sent him a message earlier on how to join us. If not, I assume he'll be along next week. We'll be doing these every Sunday, 8 for all of quarantine, 8 p.m. Yeah. And they should be as fancy as this. Maybe I'll get fancier. Maybe I'll start having things flying across the screen. No one wants that or needs that. Question 18. On which island would you find the volcano Mount Etna? That's on which island would you find the volcano Mount Etna? The great thing about having the questions on screen is I don't have to spell out words. Some of the questions, not this one obviously, but other questions often I have to spell things out. Now you can just read. Maybe in future for the Windsor quizzes I'll just send like a screen into the room and I'll just stay here at home and just let the screen do all the fancy work. Question 19. Vilnius is the capital of which European country? That's Vilnius is the capital of which European country? Just got a notification. I brought a computer on Wish this week, and the specs for the computer were like for like a £2,000 machine, but it was listed on Wish for £55. So I bought it. No idea what. I'm obviously not going to get a £2,000 spec if I get anything. But I thought it was a fun exercise. I thought let's just see what actually arrives, if anything. I did a little poll on Twitter, and the consensus seems to be nothing will arrive. But I think I'll get something. It'll just be like a Raspberry Pi in like the shell of a laptop. I think it'll be quite funny. Just telling you that because I got a notification. So there we go. And question 20, the last question of the geography round. With this coloured dye once being extremely expensive to use, Dominica and Nicaragua are the only countries in the world to have which colour on their national flags? That's, with this coloured dye once being extremely expensive to use, Dominica and Nicaragua are the only two countries in the world to have what colour on their national flags? So there we go. That's the end of that round. I was going quite quickly through these. I'm realising, just looking at the time, it's amazing how quickly you get through things when you're not talking to other human beings. If anyone wants any repeats, pop them in the chat, and I can do those repeats. Is that no? Everyone's pretty set with those? Okay. Okay. That's interesting. The stream has spazzed out. It's got just question 20 on it. Question 20 won't go away. We might be stuck with this question forever, people. Oh, okay. Well, does it change? Oh, there we go. We haven't started this round yet. The yeah. There we go. So the next round will be food and drink, as you just saw. Good. I'm a pro at this. Obviously that question 20 got stuck for some reason. Yes, the next round will be food and drink. Obviously some of you just seen that first question already. But we'll go on to that in a second. I'm assuming by the stillness of the chat, either the chat stopped working or nobody wants repeats, which is good. So, do we want to break? I mean, we've only been going 20 minutes, so 10 minutes per round. Should we do one more round and then have a quick break, cigarette break, and then come back and do the final 2 rounds? Or do we want a little break now? People want to refill their drinks. I mean, people can refill their drinks anyway. Let's have a small break now. People can get a refill on their drinks. And we'll give it a couple of minutes before we go into the next round. Taking a selfie. There we go. Pull up the Twitter stream again. Nothing new on Twitter. Last post was, yeah. Talk to the ducks. Oh, that's good. I like that. So it seems like that the stream's good this week. That's nice, good. So next week we'll have the same setup, which is good. Yeah. Oh, next week I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to do a music round. So obviously, because we're on YouTube right now, there's a bunch of legal restrictions and requirements. If I start playing certain types of music right now, they'll cut the stream. But I'm hoping to get some permission next week to do some licensing stuff, to actually have a live music round. So you guys will be able to hear the music come through the screen and name the intro. So. So that'll be fun next week. Now sing them. No one needs that. No one needs me to be singing songs, at all. Look at that, Danny Marine tuned in there. Lovely selfie. So my stream is strong. I've just got that. It's very funny. I think that same joke was made last week, wasn't it? If your stream is weak, I should see a doctor. So yeah, good. So that'll be next week. Music, hopefully, fingers crossed. Just depends if I get the licensing sorted out. Right, let's do the food and drink round. Round 3. At the end of this round, we'll have a quick break, another quick break, so you can have cigarettes and whatnot before we go into the next one. So round 3 is food and drink. And question 21. Which coffee shop chain has a name that means black coffee in Italian? So which coffee shop chain has a name that means black coffee in Italian? Question 22. The term sous chef refers to which of the following? A trainee chef, B, a chef who is second in command, or C, a chef who specialises in a particular type of cuisine. That's the term sous chef means which of the following? A trainee chef, B, a chef who is second in command, or C, a chef who specialises in a particular type of cuisine? Question 23. Taking its name from the surname of the brothers who created it, which malted milk drink was created in the late 19th century and was first sold as being made for infants and invalids before aged and travellers was also added to its labelling? That's taking its name from the surnames of the brothers who created it, which malted milk drink was created in the late 19th century and was first sold as being for infants and invalids before aged and travellers was added to its labelling. I mean, you wouldn't get away with infants and invalids now, would you? World's gone mad. Question 24. Snap, Crackle and Pop are the mascots of which breakfast cereal? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I like Horlicks. I can't really remember it, but I don't think I like it. I don't know. No, I don't think I do. I think I'm remembering it now. It's like a shit chocolate drink, isn't it? Yeah, no, I don't like it. I'm with Danny on this one, not you, Hannah. Question 25. What sauce is used in the dish Eggs Benedict? That's what sauce is used in the dish Eggs Benedict. Oh, shit. I thought that was in the question. Oh. Oh, there we go. That's my first slip up there, isn't it? Oh. Okay. Well, there you go. That one was free. You can all have that one. As it's Tasha's fault because she told me to drink more. Yeah, that was a noob move. I've been doing pub quizzes for like 10 years. Actually, it's not the first time I've given out the answer. I'm pretty sure I've done that before. But yeah, welcome to Noobville. Yeah. I mean, everyone had it anyway, though, right? Was it a pretty easy question? Okay. Well, I just need a drink for that. Welcome to Noobville, population Alan. Question 26. What type of lettuce do McDonald's use in their Big Macs? Is it A, iceberg, B, romaine, or C, sweet gem? That's what type of lettuce do McDonald's use in their Big Macs? A, iceberg, B, romaine, or C, sweet gem? Can't believe I just gave away the answer to a question. Oh. I mean, there's no prize. I did think about doing a prize, but considering the amount of money I spent on lights and other microphones and streaming gear, I figured I probably shouldn't lose even more money on this pub quiz while I'm in quarantine. Although, how much is everyone saving being in quarantine? It's great, isn't it? Saving tons of money not going out to the pub, mostly to the pub. Yeah, I mean, I'm buying random shit that I don't need, like lights, for a pub quiz that has 50 people on it. But, you know, apart from that, it's I'm saving tons. This is great. Ah, Adrian, welcome. Yeah, Adrian, you've missed the first few rounds, but yeah, just watch along. You can actually go back if you want to. You can go back to the start of this stream and play along. The answers aren't submitted until aren't marked until tomorrow. I'm normally too drunk by the time I finish this to mark them tonight. So yeah, so if you want to go back to the beginning of the stream, or you can just watch in real time, or you can watch the beginning of the stream tomorrow if you want. It's entirely up to you, and then submit your answers on the Google form. But yes, welcome. Not if you've been furloughed. I mostly meant I didn't mean saving money from. I meant just saving money from not going out. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be a net profit by the end of it. But yeah, no, fair. I do want a Big Mac, but unfortunately McDonald's is closed, so not a lot I can do about that. Let's move on. Great. So AD's going to play along next Sunday. Great. Okay, let's move on. Question 27. No, question 27, not 37. Sneak peek for some of you there. Are we on question 27? We are, good. 1999's Escape to River Cottage was the first was the first of a number of TV series centered around which chef taking over a cottage in Dorset and trying to achieve some form of self-sufficiency. That's 1999's Escape to River Cottage was the first of a number of TV series centered around which chef taking over a cottage in Dorset and trying to achieve some form of self-sufficiency. Have you made a Big Mac yet, like from scratch? So Danny, who's in the chat there, Danny's favourite thing to do is make burgers. He makes a burger calendar every year of pictures of burgers that he made. He once came around my house and he made me a roast dinner burger, which was absolutely amazing. The buns were Yorkshire puddings. So yeah, I assume he's probably made Big Macs, but a Big Mac Whopper combo, there you go. So, best of both worlds, if you like Whopper. Question 28. Referring to a highly successful TV advert, Cadbury chief executive Todd Stitzer, I think that's how you say that, once told a news conference, for the Chinese, 2007 was the year of the pig. For Cadbury's, it was the year of the what? That's referring to a highly successful TV advert. Cadbury chief executive Todd Stitzer once told a news conference, for the Chinese, 2007 was the year of the pig. For Cadbury, it was the year of the what? Ba-da-ba-ba. Good. So, yeah, going well. No technical hitches so far. I have this little, you can't see this, but I can, underneath the stream that I'm seeing in front of me here where the camera is, I have this graph that shows the data that's going up. And last week when I was doing it, like, it was red. Every peak was, every other peak was red. All white so far. So, fingers crossed, we've cracked all of our issues. Also thought, you can't see it now because the thing's over it, but the little Scrabble tiles, I might put a new word there each week. So, just a little bit of fun. I think this set's going to get more and more elaborate as the weeks go on. If we're looking at another 6 weeks of lockdown, which it looks like we might be, I think by the end of it, this will be a full-on professional studio, windows blacked out. It's going to be great. I'm gonna love it. None of you guys are going to know the difference, but I'm gonna absolutely love it. Question 29. How many different flavours of Roundtree's fruit pastels? That's how many different flavours are there of Roundtree's fruit pastels? You don't need to name them, just the number, just how many there are. I just got a direct message from. Well, actually, I'm gonna screw it. I'm gonna say it out loud at Danny. Danny just private messaged me to say he's gonna clip the phrase "all white" that I just said out of context and use it out of context to make me look bad. So there you go. I mean, I am very Aryan. Oh, Brian's just suggested a very, very good idea. And in fact, Brian, next week you're going to get exactly that. So these Scrabble tiles that you can't see because the question's there. Let me, hang on, do that and then do that. That should toggle off. Anyway. Yeah, can't toggle that off. The Scrabble tiles that are here, next week, there will be 9 letters. And can I fit 9 on? I can only fit 8 on the tile. So it'll be an 8-letter word, and it'll be an anagram. And you'll get a bonus point for telling me the anagram. Great idea, Brian. So yeah, these Scrabble tiles that are there, when this disappears in a second, you'll see them. They'll be yeah. So, question 30, which is the last question of this round. A cheeky Vimto is a cocktail made by taking the contents of a bottle of the Alcopop WKD and adding 2 shots of what? That's a cheeky Vimto is a cocktail made by taking the contents of a bottle of the Alcopop WKD and adding 2 shots of what? So that was the end of round 3. Anyone wants any repeats? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, so this Scrabble tile here, which you can't see because of the news scroller, next week it'll be in a prominent position, and the 8 letters that sit on it will be an anagram, which you'll get a bonus point for. It's a great idea. Love that. Adrian's been given a cheeky Vimto. I think we need to hear that story, Adrian. Was it at the Windsor? Did someone just come up to you and just thrust a cheeky Vimto upon you? Okay, so we'll now have 5 minutes now. Refresh your drinks, have a cigarette. Tash needs to go and stick a pizza in the oven, and then we'll come back 5 minutes or so. I'll sit here and talk about random stuff. Engage with me in the comments, and I will talk with you. And then we'll move on to the final 2 rounds, which are going to be a general knowledge round, happy and sad, and then a picture round, where I'm going to show you 10 famous faces or semi-famous faces, and you need to tell me who they are. Good. So, anyone do anything fun this week? Go anywhere interesting? It's funny because we're all in lockdown. Oh, so this is something you can help me with. Should I buy a bike? I don't know. I've been thinking I should buy a bike. Because I don't know how long the lockdown is going to end. Probably another 6 weeks. I go out for walks, but it's just a bit boring. You can't go very far, and you get bored really quickly. And but I thought having a bike, and I could cycle. I could cycle to Brighton. That's a fun thing to do, right? Is it? I don't know. Marine says probably don't buy a bike. Yeah. No. You can't drink and ride a bike. I'm more thinking for exercise. Because obviously, once I leave the house, there's nowhere I can drink anyway. All the pubs are closed. Well, most of the pubs are closed. Wink, wink. If you're watching, police, I know of nothing. But yeah, I'm not. So I'm thinking just exercise. You know, for the next 6 weeks and beyond, it will be a good way to do exercise. But it's quite obviously it's a commitment, isn't it? Buying a bike. You know, they're not super cheap. I bought an electric scooter and never used it. Maybe the bike will be the same. Bought a car and I never used it. Maybe the bike will be the same. But it just feels like something you should do, you know? It's getting sunny. Just, I don't know. It's not an awful idea. Well, you changed your tune very quickly there, Maureen. No to, it's not a terrible idea. Thank you. That's very nice of you, Matt. That's one of Graham Norton was asked about why his show is so successful. Before and so why does your show keep going and enduring? And he said because he gets the guests pissed. They all drink, and so I think there's a lot in it. Presenters and guests drink. Alan Carr used to get drunk on his TV chat show, but that got awkward. Don't know if anyone's seen any of the there's a reason he's not on television anymore. But yeah, no, I do. When I do the regular pub quiz, I'm normally drunk before it starts. So's Tash, and it's a bit fun, isn't it? Makes things go a little bit. Don't tell my mum though. I don't know. She's probably still watching. Hey, mum. Mum, I spoke to her the other day, and she was like, I couldn't watch last week. They were all encouraging you to get very drunk. Like, well, I don't need much encouragement. I don't know what that means. Tom will take you. What does that mean? Take me where? I'm not. If I get a bike, I'm not wearing spandex. That's just not something that's happening. Apparently, my electric scooter is in my mum's cupboard. She's the Twitter's off. There you go. Now you can see that. Spandex is not something I'm ever going to wear in any context. Ditchling beacon. That makes more sense. Okay, so that was like 5 minutes. Are we all good? I don't know if people got me on mute. Everyone's happy. We'll move on and I'll send you the pictures later, Hannah. I'd wear lederhosen. I have worn lederhosen before. Yeah, I've done that before. I went to it's called the Munich Cricket Club in London Bridge, and it's a bratwurst and kind of steins of beer. It's really fun. And you can get lederhosen and white shirts, and with the little funny caps, and you can kind of dance around the club or whatever it's called, the bar, eating bratwurst and drinking steins in lederhosen. It's great fun. Highly recommend it. Munich Cricket Club, London Bridge. If anyone feels the need to go there, would recommend. Okay, let's move on to round 4. Round 4 is going to be happy or sad. I'm going to ask you 10 general knowledge questions where every question is themed around happy or sad. Yeah. So you'll understand as soon as we get in there. Everyone happy? Everyone's good? Right, great. So here we go. So question 31. Happy Talk is a song from which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical? That's Happy Talk is a song from which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical? Go on to question 32, which is a sad old rival is an anagram of which famous artist? That's a sad old rival is an anagram of which famous artist? I'll leave this one on stage, on screen for a minute or so you can all write it down and see that. Artist there, as a clue, refers specifically to an artist and not like a music artist or something else. I just seen this out the corner of my eye. I'm gonna flash it. Danny and Maureen, who are in the chat. I went with them to a bar in Hammersmith. Probably a month ago now, about a month ago, just before the lockdown. Called the Mind Palace. Amazing. It's a fake opticians, and you ring the bell and you go in, and then you're sort of led out the back through this sort of hallway into this bar, and you have to solve all these puzzles, and each puzzle you solve gives you sort of a vial of fluid which you put into this sort of skull in the middle of the table, and at the end, if you've got it right, you get you've created a good cocktail if you've solved the puzzles correctly, and if you get it wrong, I guess you get a shit cocktail. I don't really know. We didn't get it wrong because we're too good for that. But yeah, really great. Highly recommend it. The Mind Palace, it was called, and I got this little badge. Which next time I go, they'd been before, so they already had their badges, and they got clocked. People were like, "Oh, you've been here before." So if I go again, wear my badge, people will know that I'm cool, because that's what cool people do. So, question 33. In the 1996 film Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler stars as a failed ice hockey player who finds he has a talent for which other sport? That's in the 1996 film Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler stars as a failed ice hockey player who finds he has a talent for which other sport? Sorry, some technical issues from a few of the teams. This is fun for you all, just watching me type on my phone. But let's just move up quickly on to question 34. Question 34 is, what word for deep sadness comes from the Greek term meaning black bile? That is What word for deep sadness comes from the Greek term meaning black bile? Having to... There we go. How do I do this? Oh, crap. Anyway. Sorry. Okay, good. Had a moment there. Question 35. In one of her last public appearances before her death, 3 months later, who famously sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" to John F. Kennedy in May 1962? So, see all the questions featuring happy or sad here. Da, 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 da. So, I don't know who James M is, but don't make me turn off chat. Please don't write answers in the chat. People are here to have fun. If you want to spoil it, that's fine. I'll just turn off the chat for everyone. Because I don't think I can... oh, I can. Put this user in timeout. There you go. You can't comment now. So... Don't comment in the chat answers, please, or I will ban you, because that's what I can do. Okay. Question 36. Happy and sad round. Question 36. In 2005, the famous painting, the Mona Lisa, was analysed by a University of Amsterdam computer using emotion recognition software. Did this find it to be A, 83% happy, or B, 83% sad? That's in 2005, the famous painting, the Mona Lisa, was analysed by a University of Amsterdam computer using emotion recognition software. Did it find it to be A, 83% happy, or B, 83% sad? I like these big and admin. You can do stuff. James, it looks like you. I don't know if that was deliberate or not, but obviously you've been banned for a couple of minutes. If you do it again, I can ban you forever. I'd like to not do that. So if it was deliberate, go away. If it wasn't, sorry for blocking you for a while, but it was necessary. People are here to have fun. So. 83% someone not called Lisa. It wasn't it? It was the mayor of Paris's daughter, I think. Yeah, it was like the mayor of Paris's daughter, or something like that. He was some French royalty person, and Da Vinci had gone there and painted them, and there are a bunch of trial runs that are like have been missing and turn up on the black market, the sort of the art world black market occasionally. But yeah, she probably wasn't called Lisa. Yeah, I think the model was some French dude's daughter, who I think might have been the mayor of Paris at the time. Could be wrong. Could just be making shit up. But that is what my head is telling me from these books, the quiz books back here that I've read. I think that's come up a few times. Okay, question 37. Question 37. When you're feeling sad and low, we will take you where you gotta go is a line from which #1 hit single. That's when you're feeling sad and low, we will take you where you gotta go is a line from which #1 hit single. Now the challenge is not singing that. Good. Sarah Hart's in chat. Was that? Are you just saying? Is Sarah just saying hi, Dad, generally, or is it? I don't know if he's been writing in the comments. I guess it would be good for those. There are some people who are watching on their televisions. If the YouTube comments came up on the stream, like somewhere, and I tried to make that work, but it was harder than making Twitter work. Because to make Twitter work, I just press that button. But to make YouTube work was a bit harder, so I didn't do that. But maybe in the coming weeks I will. I can do lots of fun stuff now. I've got the graphics working, and I know they work and they seem pretty stable. I can have some fun. So yeah. Oh, apparently she was from Florence. Was she? Oh, I thought it was. Was she? Was she? Jack. Was she like some royal, like the mayor or some political figure's daughter or something? I'm sure I heard that. Jack's ruining all of my knowledge, which is great. But yeah. So she was from Florence. Fine. Her name apparently was Lisa. So completely wrong. But yeah. I wonder if the mayor thing was also true. Maybe it's not. Okay, question 38. In Roger Hargreaves' series of Mr. Men books, what colour is Mr. Happy? That's in Roger Hargreaves' series of Mr. Men books. What colour is Mr. Happy? Back to see if Jack's given us any more information. Not yet. Okay. Well. Right. Let's do question 39. Question 39 is sometimes known as winter depression. What is the full name of the condition that is commonly abbreviated as SAD and has symptoms similar to normal depression but that occur repetitively at a particular time of the year? That's sometimes known as winter depression. What is the full name of the condition that is commonly abbreviated as SAD and has symptoms similar to normal depression but that occur repetitively at a particular time of the year? Okay. Apparently her dad was a what? Thanks, Jack, for filling that in. The ramblings of a madman here, clarified by the lovely Jack on the chat there. The daughter of a merchant, so a wealthy merchant. Someone's daughter. I don't remember everything. Sexy and dominant. How do you know my secret Twitter handle, Adrian? Although I'm more sexy and submissive, if we're being honest. Hashtag overshare. Okay. Last question of the happy and sad round. Last question. Question 40. What day of the week is the first word sung in the theme tune to the 1970s TV sitcom Happy Days? That's what day of the week is the first word sung in the theme tune to the 1970s TV sitcom Happy Days. Danny just threw up in his lap. Good. Glad I could be of some assistance. Tweet there from Dom. Does it come up when we? Yeah, I don't know. It stopped updating the Twitter thing here on the left. It stopped updating. I think there's like a certain number of API credits that I've got maybe, and I think it's reached its limit unless it's hiding behind the door number. So that was the end of round 4 there. So if anyone wants any repeats, put them in the chat. Yeah, I think I've reached my limit on the old Twitter API there. So I'll get more credits for next week, so that's a bit more interactive, and I'll try and work out if I can get the YouTube comments on as well. Because I think that would be nice. I think a lot of people watching at home or on house party or whatever, they aren't following the chat necessarily, but there's a lot of fun happening in that chat. So I'll try and get that up on screen for next week. Okay, so that's the end of the happy and sad round. Does anyone need any repeats on that round? Pop it in chat if you need any repeats, or direct message me if you can't chat for whatever reason, and let me know what repeats you need. And yeah, we'll give that a couple of minutes before we do our final round, which is going to be our picture round, and we'll see how that one plans out. Turn off Twitter there because it's not really working. Good. Sorry, I'm just still dealing with some technical issues. Again, really boring when I just go into my phone and stay silent, but it gives you a few minutes to work on some of the answers that you might not have yet. So, yeah, good. Someone wants round one. Drinking. Tash, you got me. You're a bad influence. I mean, I knew this already, but you're a school teacher. Here we go. A bit more drinking. Good. I've done a third of a bottle in an hour, and I've got to take it slow. My mum sends me really abusive messages if you get me drunk too quickly. She doesn't. My mother's lovely. She doesn't send me abusive messages. She sends me concerned messages. Okay. Let's give the picture round a go, shall we? Sorry. Shouldn't have said that. Sorry. She's not really a school teacher. She just pretends to be for sexual pleasure. That sounded weird. No, I didn't mean that. That was worse. I guess I thought it was like a maid, but that's not. No, that's... Sorry. I take all of that back. Delete that whole 3 minutes of... That's your fault, because you were telling me to drink quickly, okay? All of that responsibility lies with you. Let's do the picture round and move on very quickly to the picture round. So I'm gonna do. So if I do this now and press picture round, there we go. Look at that, the picture round that comes up. Oh dear. So now picture round, all good. I'm going to show you 10 pictures of famous people, and I need you to tell me who they are. So really simple. So picture one. Okay, so someone suggested they can't hear me with the picture up. Can you hear me fine now? Yeah? Are we back? Okay, cool. So I think when the pictures come on screen, I think you're not going to be able to hear me. I just pressed the button that might make it work. But let me know if you can't hear me when the next picture comes up. And if that's the case, then sorry. When the pictures are on screen, I'll just stop talking and then pull them off. Pull them down. Not pull them off. That's a different thing altogether. Pull them down in between. So we'll do that. So yeah. So picture one again. You can't hear me on. So this is picture two. So picture 2 here. So that was picture 2. I need you to tell me who that was. Who was that in picture 2? So next week I'll make sure that the audio works when the pictures are on screen. But this week, no such luck. So they'll come up and then they'll go down and then we'll put the next one up again. So that was picture 2. Tell me who that person was. I'll do repeats at the end if anyone missed any. But just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna 1 second. And I'm back again. So next week the sound will work during the picture round, but at the moment, during pictures, no sound. But let's move on. Picture 3. Who is picture? And obviously for that picture, I want the actress and not the name of the character that she is playing in that movie. Although it's a brilliant movie. She was in the movie for just 15 minutes. 15 minutes of the movie. She was nominated for an Oscar. Absolutely brilliant. Amazing performance. I want the actress's name, not the character that she's playing. That's picture 3. Picture 4. Who is this person? So once again there, I want the person, not any nicknames or whatever they might have had. The actual OG person in that picture. Is this working? Are people getting enough time to see the pictures and stuff? Is it going okay? Good. I assume so. No one's complained yet in the chat, so I'll assume. I assume it's working fine. That was picture 4. So the next one's picture 5. Picture 5. That was picture 5. Someone said Santa. It's not Santa. Because Santa isn't real. that person is. Give you a clue on that person. No, actually, I won't give you a clue because there are some people that have already got it and they'll be annoyed if I give you a clue. So I won't give you a clue on who that person is. They are, however, perhaps the most famous resident of a certain cemetery in London. Hey, I did give you the clue in the end. The hate's going to start coming in the chats now. I mean, oh, why did you say that? Why did you say that? Okay, picture 6. Picture 6. So there you go, picture 6. Who was that person that you just saw from the world of Formula 1? Who was that person? Actually, I mean, I can't help myself. I gotta give a clue. There are teams playing. You know, there's 35 people here on the stream. That's potentially 35 different teams, but probably about 15. You know, some of them are gonna see that picture and think it's Charles Darwin. If you put Charles Darwin, that's the wrong answer. You know, so I wanna. Was his name on his shirt? Picture 6. Yeah. That wasn't his name. I had to see that again just to be sure. That wasn't his name. Okay, so we're going to now go into picture 7. Who is this person? Picture 7. Tash, there you asked for the next tweet. I think I've reached my API limit, my limit of the number of tweets I can pull. I think it was polling too quickly, and I ran out of credits. So by next week, I'll make sure I've got more credits so that the tweets will stay in real time. I didn't realise I'd run out. So yeah, so this week, obviously it's run out, so it's not gone past Maureen and Danny's last tweet where they tweeted their selfie. It's always staying there. I'll check your picture out on Twitter afterwards, but it won't tonight. It won't come up on the stream, but next week it will. I'll make sure I've got enough credits to make sure that comes up on the tweets next week. So yeah, and again, I'll try and get the YouTube comments as well, so that everyone that's watching at home can know. When I reply to people verbally, it's probably confusing for some people who are sitting at home, not knowing that. Yeah, I'll look at it. I'll look at the hashtag as soon as this is over and see everyone that tweeted and whatnot. But I'm not going to do it now because I spent enough time staring at my phone. But yeah, I'll see the tweet. Next week it'll be on the stream. I just ran out of credits this week, so it's stopped. Great, so that was picture 6, I think. So we'll do picture 7 now. Picture 7, who is this person? that was picture 8, not picture 7 as I said before. Picture 8. Who was that person? Adrian, you're right. She doesn't look happy. She doesn't look happy because, without giving too much away, her job is in direct competition to the current president of the United States of America, who is a bit of an arse, to put it politely. So if I had her job, I'd also be angry. She's also third in line to the presidency. If Donald Trump and Mike Pence were to succumb to coronavirus, she would become president. So, Michael Jackson. Can you imagine Michael Jackson as president? He'd change the official animal of the United States from the eagle to a monkey. So that was, I think, 7. I'll try 8. If it's not 8, we'll be straight on to 9. But I think that was 7. Was it 8? I'm going to try 8. If it's not 8, it'll be 9. So 8. That was who was that person? Who's that lady you just saw there? That was 9, not 8. Did 8 first. Then did 9. So we've only got one question left in tonight's quiz, but then I am going to go through all of the answers as well. So a little bit longer left on the stream. I'm going to read all of the answers, so at home you can mark your own papers. If you all submit your answers, I'll mark them, and then tomorrow afternoon, probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, if I'm being honest, because I've got to actually work tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I'll put on the group. If you're not on the Facebook group, so people can send it round to you. But I'll put on the Facebook group who the winners and losers are, and then the event for next week. So that will happen next week. As I said, hopefully we'll have a music round. Fingers crossed. Next week. So that'll happen. I'll go through the answers so you can mark at home, so you can know how many you've got and how well you did. We'll do that on the stream before I cut off. But before we do that, the last question of tonight's quiz. Picture 10. Who is this person? There we go. Danny's just said in chat that Boris has been admitted to hospital for COVID-19. And then he said, who's second in line? Second in line, or the first Secretary of State for the United Kingdom, is Dominic Raab, the MP for Walton and Esher. Interestingly, we don't have... I'm going to get into some weird UK politics stuff here. We don't have succession in the UK. So... if Boris Johnson were to die, I obviously wish he doesn't. I don't like him, but I don't wish that on anyone. We don't have natural succession. So the first Secretary of State takes over official business, and they kind of deal with the day-to-day. of stuff, but they actually have to go to the Queen and have to say to the Queen, "Can I be either caretaker or do you give me full permission to run a government?" And they have to ask the Queen. The Queen normally what happens is they go to the Queen and they say, "Can I be caretaker while we have a leadership election or some form of process by which to pick our new leader?" And the Queen normally says yes. It's happened a few times before where the Queen just says yes. So Dominic Raab would be acting Prime Minister or caretaker Prime Minister, but he probably wouldn't go on the official books as a Prime Minister. We've had it a few times. Yvette Cooper was officially Prime Minister for 7 weeks or something. But yeah, so we've had it a few times, so they don't officially go on the books. But yeah, he's the one that gets to make decisions for those few weeks in between. But yeah, we don't have succession like they do in other countries. So in other countries, normally there's a death and then there's a clear, this person is in charge and then that person is in charge. We don't have that here in the UK. It's all a bit freeform. So yeah, I hope Boris is okay. But if he's not, Dominic Raab would be our acting Prime Minister until he was then elected leader, which he probably would be elected leader, and would then become official Prime Minister. Yeah, I think in this case, so it's not an official requirement. They have to shake the Queen's hand to become Prime Minister. So I think in this particular instance, if they went to the Queen to ask for permission to form a government, it would be at a distance. The palace is pretty big, so I'm sure they wouldn't have to get too close. So there we go. That's the end of tonight's quiz. That's all of your questions. Does anyone any repeats on the picture round? Sorry about my little divergence onto UK parliamentary procedure, but yeah, someone asked me, so I couldn't not fill that in. Anyone else? Also, Alan for PM is a terrible idea. Keir Starmer for PM, if anyone, please, but not me. Anyone need any repeats on any of those questions before I read you answers? I was going to do answers as graphics, but I couldn't be asked because I'd spent already about 4 hours doing graphics, and I thought, this is too many hours. So I'm just going to read the answers out, and you can mark them at home. Yeah. So any repeats on the picture round for anyone before you click submit and send me all of your lovely answers into my Excel spreadsheet? Okay, so we'll take that as a no on repeats. So there we go. Hit submit on your picture rounds, everyone that's playing, or your final rounds there. Send them through. And thanks, Adrian. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, we'll get better at this. This week was substantially better than last week, and hopefully next week will be fractionally better than this week, and we'll keep getting better as we go. Probably less divergences into UK parliamentary procedure would be appreciated by the masses. Yeah, we'll keep trying. Adrian, hopefully next week. Adrian, I know because I'm going to speak rather than type back to you. But yeah, I sent you a message this week for how to get on. Next week, just send me a message, around about 7 PM, and I can talk you through either coming on to a quiz or joining another team or whatever. But yeah, love to have you for the whole quiz next week. If you can make it, it'd be great. Okay, so if everyone's hit submit, we'll go through the answers for that round. Yeah, I'll join after I'm going to do answers first, Hannah, and then I'll join you. Great. So round one. So everyone's hit submit. I don't want to. Obviously, I'm not going to know if I read these answers out and you just go back through your sheet and edit them. But hopefully, everyone's playing honestly. This is your moment to speak now or forever hold your peace. If you're cheating on a pub quiz with no prizes, you've probably got bigger issues. I can't really help you with. So, everyone hit submit. No one's told me to stop, so here we go. We're going to do the answers to the first round, which was the connections round. So, the connections round. Question 1 there was, in Horton here's a Who by Dr. Zeus. What type of animal was Horton? Horton was an elephant. An elephant was the correct answer there. Question 2, which battle was depicted on the Bayeux Tapestry? It was the Battle of Hastings. 3, the European city in which FIFA is headquartered is Zurich. Question 3, was the only UK top 40 single by Boston was More Than a Feeling. And then question 4 was in which European city is FIFA headquartered, and that's Zurich. 5 is who wrote Winnie the Pooh. It was A.A. Milne. And then 6 was who played Kevin's mother in the 2011 movie We Need to Talk About Kevin. It was Tilda Swinton. 7, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis is a line from Mr. Brightside by the Killers. 8, what word goes before of the fleet to give the highest rank of the Royal Navy? It was Admiral. And 9, the famous person portrayed by Timothy Spall at the closing ceremony of the 2012 Summer Olympics was Winston Churchill. And then the connection between those is insurance companies. They are all insurance companies. So hopefully most of you got that. That is Elephant, Hastings, More Than, Zurich, A.A., Swinton, Brightside, Admiral, and Churchill. So that was those. Round 2, I believe, was geography. I think round 2 was geography. Was round 2 geography? I'm gonna just put it on the stream so that I know for sure. Round 2, I think, was geography. There is an option to go back from round 2 to 1, but not from 3 to 4 on the answer sheet. Right, okay. Okay, so round 2 is geography, which is referring to a protected region or countryside in England and Wales and Northern Ireland, of which 46 exist. What do the letters AONB stand for? It's Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty. Area of Outstanding Natural Beauty. 2, the 2 official languages of Cyprus are Greek and Turkish. You'll get half a point for each. So if you put Greek and English, which I assume a lot of people did, you'll get half a point for that. 3, the Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef is located off the coast of Queensland. Question 4, Greenland is a territory of Denmark. 5, which city's cathedral has the tallest church spire in the UK, the best surviving copy of the Magna Carta, and a clock that's reputed to be the oldest in the world? It's Salisbury Cathedral. I did read that as Sainsbury's first, but corrected myself. That'll be Tash's fault for making me drink rum. Then question 6, La Scala is the most famous opera house in the world, probably one of the most famous, and it's in Milan. Closed at the moment though, isn't it? COVID-19. Iguazu Falls is a waterfall system on the border between Argentina and Brazil. Again, you'll get half a point for each. Argentina and Brazil are the 2 countries that the Iguazu Falls border. 8, on which island would you find Mount Etna? You'd find it on Sicily. It's on Sicily. Question 9, Vilnius is the capital city of Lithuania. Very gutted that Eurovision Song Contest is cancelled this year. So gutted. There were some brilliant songs. I might do... Oh, this is fun. Put it in the comments. I might do a run-through of a previous year's Eurovision in May, when the Eurovision was supposed to be. I might do a run-through. We'll pick, like, 2004 or something. We'll all hop on a Zoom call. We'll watch it in real time. And we'll have a great time. If anyone wants to be a part of that, mention it in the comments, and I'll make sure you're invited, because I think it's going to be great. Because real Eurovision's not happening, so we'll do that instead. Yeah, so let me know if you want to be on that. Question 10. With this coloured dye once being really expensive, Dominica and Nicaragua are the only two countries in the world with which colour on their national flags. It's purple. Purple is the answer there. So then we'll move on to round 3, which was food and drink. Round 3 was food and drink. Let me just check the comments, make sure everyone's keeping up and everything is good. No. So Danny makes a good point. Yeah. So we will exactly that. So we'll replay an old Eurovision and we'll have our own vote system between us, and we'll pick a new winner that isn't the winner of that Eurovision, and it'll be one at random, one that we don't know that well. So like from like 2003, 2004, one that was a long time ago that we don't really know. They're all on YouTube, and you can play them through fully, and it'll be really fun. I mean, Helen, because Helen's a Eurovision freak, she'll probably still remember, but lots of us won't. And it'll be really good fun, and we can vote for our favourite winners, and it'll be great. So yeah, so I'm assuming great. We'll do that. It'll be great fun, and a bit different to this. Obviously, this I can't see you all. If we do this as a Eurovision, we'll all be on a Zoom call together. So that'll be great. So we can all like banter, and I can make jokes about how bad the lyrics are of these songs and whatnot. This year there was a song written by a Californian boy band called No Exit. Were they called No Exit? I think they were called No Exit. And this is like this shitty. They wrote 2 songs that made it to the final this year. Absolutely brilliant. Just the terrible songs, classic Eurovision songs. Anyway, food and drink. This is round 3. Which coffee shop chain has a name that means black coffee in Italian? It's Caffè Nero. Caffè Nero. 2. The term sous chef refers to which of the following? A trainee chef, B, a chef who is second in command, or C, a chef who specialises in a particular type of cuisine. It is B, a chef who is second in command. Sous chef, second in command. Question 3, taking its name from the surnames. It's Horlicks. This question 3 is Horlicks. I told the answer on the stream. Takes its name from the brothers who invented it. Horlicks. 4. Snap, Crackle and Pop are the mascots of Rice Krispies. 5. Which sauce is used to make Eggs Benedict? It's a Hollandaise sauce. Hollandaise. Great sauce. Good sauce. Really, it's nice. Question 6. What type of lettuce is used in a Big Mac? It's A, iceberg. A, iceberg lettuce is used in a Big Mac. 7. In 1999, Escape to River Country was a #1 TV series centered around Hugh Fernley Whittingstall. Any variation or spelling on that, I will give you. Hugh Fernley Whittingstall is that he does this amazing thing. So I've been thinking about going to culinary school. Some of you will know this, in Ireland. But they do this really fun thing for people who have left culinary school, where you pay them. I pay him money, and I get to go and work at River Cottage for 2 months. But I have to I don't get paid for it. I have to pay him. He's just printing money, isn't he? He's printing money. I mean, I'm gonna do it, but he's printing money where I have to pay him to go and work for 2 months in his restaurant. That's when you know you've made it. That's when you know you've made it. Question 8. Referring to the highly successful TV advert, Cadbury's chief executive Todd Stitzer once told a news conference, for the Chinese, 2007 was the year of the pig. For Cadbury, it was the year of the what? The answer is gorilla, in a reference to the gorilla playing drums. Phil Collins is Can You Feel It in the Air Tonight? Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? There we go. That was just for you all. I know you loved that. He's singing. It's what we need. Question 9. How many different flavours of Roundtree fruit pretzels are there? There are 5 different flavours. 5. I don't know what they are. It doesn't say. But there are only 5. And question 10. A cheeky Vimto is a bottle of WKD with 2 shots of port. So that's a cheeky Vimto. You're going to check up on some of these. Perfect, yeah. Alan, I can't spell Eurovision. And I can't spell Eurovision. Oh, there we go. That makes sense. Yeah, I can't spell anything, so that's fine. Then question round four. Round 4, I believe, was happy and sad. Happy and sad. Here we go. So these were 10 general knowledge questions featured around the words happy and the word sad. 10. Happy Talk was a song from which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical? It was from South Pacific. South Pacific. I'm not going to sing it. Mostly because I don't know it. Like, I know the words, but like the melody's a bit iffy, so I'm not going to sing it. A sad old rival is an anagram of which famous artist? It's Salvador Dali. Fun fact about Salvador Dali: he designed the Chubba Chubs logo. Chubba Chubs, the lollipop, that logo, Salvador Dali designed it. So there you go. That'll come up in a future pub quiz. So bear that in mind. Question 3. In the 1996 film Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler played a failed ice hockey player who finds out he has a talent for golf. Get in the hole! There we go. Golf is the answer there. 4. What word for deep sadness comes from the Greek term meaning black bile? Someone put this in the chat and I banned them for it. So either melancholy or melancholia. Either is absolutely fine. Either is acceptable. Melancholy or melancholia. Black bile. 5. In her last public appearance before her death 3 months later, who famously sang "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" to John F. Kennedy. It was, of course, Marilyn Monroe. Fantastic TV show. It's certainly all on Amazon. I don't know if it's on anything else. But it's called Smash. And it's a TV show about these people trying to make a Marilyn Monroe musical called Bombshell. If you get a chance, we're all in lockdown. We've got nothing else to do. Watch it. It's brilliant. Kat McPhee is in it, who's astonishing. She was on American Idol. And she was also in Waitress. I saw her in Waitress in both New York and London. She's amazing. It's a great music. It's a great show. Watch it. There's some Deborah Messings in it, and a few other people. It's great. Watch it. It's really good. 6. In 2005, the famous painting, the Mona Lisa, was analysed by a computer at the University of Amsterdam. Did it find it to be 83% happy or 83% sad? It was A, 83% happy. Happy. Most people saw that and thought, she's a happy lady. I see it and think, how shit must her life be? So, take that as you will. 7. When you're feeling sad and low, we will take you where you've got to go is a line from which hit single? It's Spice Up Your Life by the Spice Girls. When you're feeling sad and low. That's the one. Question 9. Sometimes referred to as winter depression. The full name of the condition, commonly abbreviated as SAD, is seasonal affective disorder. You can have, I'll be slightly generous with the affective, but yeah, seasonal affective disorder, SAD, is what you're looking for there. And in question 10, which day of the week is the first word sung in the 1970s TV sitcom theme for Happy Days? Sunday, Monday, happy days. Sunday is the correct answer. Sunday. Use the smell checker. I'm just catching up on these. Blah, blah, blah. Boom. He sung it. I sung what? Which one? I sang a few of those songs, to be fair. But yeah, so Sunday is the correct answer there. So that was the end of the 4th round. Good. So now we'll do the picture round. I'm going to need to bring these up because I don't have them written on my phone. I do have them written on my phone. I think I do have them written on my phone. Hang on 1 second. Just checking my keep. I don't have them written down. So I'll bring them up and I'll tell you who they are. So 1. That was Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish was picture 1. That was Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was picture 2. That was Octavia Spencer. Octavia Spencer was picture 3. Four was Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons was picture 4. Picture 5 there was Karl Marx. Karl Marx was picture 5. Picture 6 there was Heikki Kovalainen. Heikki Kovalainen was picture 6. Picture 7 was Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India. Picture 8 there was Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi was picture 8. Picture 9 was Angela Rayner, the newly elected Deputy Leader of the Labour Party. She is the Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, Angela Rayner. And picture 10, that's Stephen Mulhern. Stephen Mulhern, the magician and TV presenter. Stephen Mulhern. There you go. So that's all of the... No, Dom, you're wrong. That's not Kimi Räikkönen. It's Heikki Kovalainen. So message me as much as you want. It's Heikki Kovalainen, not Kimi Räikkönen. Okay, so that was all of the. That was tonight's quiz. That was tonight's quiz. Oh, no. Sorry, it's Mika Hakkinen, not Heikki Kovalainen. It is Mika Hakkinen. Yeah. Sorry, it's Mika Hakkinen, not Heikki Kovalainen. Mika Hakkinen. It's definitely not Kimi, as I've been messaged angrily. It's not Kimi. It is Mika Hakkinen. So So the Formula One driver Mika Hakkinen, not Heikki Kovalainen, and not Kimi. I'm being told. So this is why I should have written. So I didn't write down the answers to the picture round because I did it last minute. I didn't write them down. This is correct. It wasn't Octavia Spencer. It was Viola Davis. Yeah. Viola Davis was the correct answer. Not. When I mark these tomorrow, I'll get these right because I've got them over there on this very computer, not here on my phone, which is why I struggle with those. Yes. So it was Viola Davis, not Octavia Spencer, and it was it was Mika Hakkinen, not Heikki Kovalainen. So there we go. So those two things. That's the there you go. That's tonight's quiz. So you've all hit submit already on your answers. Tomorrow I'll put up and I'll say who scored what, who did what. And thanks for coming along. And I hope you had a great time. I did a third of the bottle or something, Tash. I did alright. I was just a bit worried about my mother. more than anything. So I kept it in check for her benefit more than mine. But yeah, thanks so much for playing, everyone. We'll be back here next Sunday. The stream next Sunday will start at 7:45, not 7:30, because there was a lot of vamping this week. Seems like we got it down. Stuff's working really well. So yeah, we'll start 15 minutes before the actual quiz next week, not half an hour before. So we'll start at 7:45 next week. Hopefully there'll be a music round. If there isn't a music round, there'll be another picture round. But coming soon will be a picture round. And I'll try and get the YouTube comments on as well, so that people can feel engaged and whatnot. Thanks for playing. This is great for me. It gives me something to do in lockdown, because I'm really struggling. I like being out and seeing people. I know a lot of people are struggling. Thank you for entertaining me for the last half hour. And hopefully we'll see you all next week. And bring your friends. Send messages out to all of your friends. And I'll post the winners on the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, ask a friend who is. I'll post the winners tomorrow evening on the Facebook group. And thank you very much, everyone, for taking part. And great. Cheers. I'm going to hit the stop button now. Oh, there's not... Where's my stop button? Bye.